My last few drawings have kind of suffered in the likeness category. And so I think what I keep hearing over and over from different people, different artists, is go back to basics and focus on blocking and getting the forms correct. And so this time I spent as much time as I needed to feel like I really locked in what the image was showing me. I was working off of like a 2x2 reference photo from an old book, which has been my go-to practice lately. Just kind of find an old picture that has some nice contrast of dark and light and just go for it and see what happens. Being a professional in a career and this being an amateur thing that I do just as a hobby and I self-teach, it's hard sometimes to squirrel away time. Also, I'm older, so the energy isn't always there. But I decided I'm just going to put as much time as I can into the blocking until I feel like I'm getting what the image is feeding me. So this pencil part that we're seeing right here, this is probably at least half of the drawing. And that made this part of the drawing more enjoyable for me. I really like doing the darks, the dark darks, just the black really. And so at this point, you're just kind of coloring, which is fun. But then I got to the problem of how do I not completely demolish the likeness with my cross hatching, which is exactly what happened in an earlier drawing. So you see, I hesitate here. I'm like, I'll do this wristband and I'll do the outline of the hair until I build up some confidence. I'll do the mouth first. What helped for me to go ahead and jump in and do these vertical lines over the entire face was doing some small sketches on the side and then just committing to it. This is just a drawing, even if it is a long time. For the big blacks that are coming, I started to use a Sharpie, but Sharpie leaves a sort of bluish tint behind it, even if you go over it in different directions multiple times. So I did Sharpie and then I went back over it with the Paper Mate marker, and I think it turned out okay in the hair and that one collar. In the future, I'd probably just buy some actual ink and get a paintbrush going, although I haven't really experimented much with that. I think the last thing overall is I still noticed some likeness issues to the image, and I think it was less apparent to those people that I shared it with than it was to me. And I made a few changes in the very last image that I zoom in. You should be able to see some more even distribution of the different darknesses. But that's the nice thing with ink also is it's one and done. So you can't really go back and make any major changes unless you want to redo the entire drawing. Ink sort of forces progression in that way. You just have to move forward. I threw in a background, and here we go. Comment if you like if you do, and thanks for watching.